as a former player, how would you feel continuing on with the season?
Well, I'll tell you this, I'd be very nervous as a baseball player. And again, by the way, it's 11 players and 2 coaches. That has been confirmed that have tested positive. It doesn't matter if it's one extra or one less, it's still a third of the team. And that's scary. It's scary because I imagine they're going to look at the flights and see where the players were sitting, and most likely that's where they were probably giving it and contaminating it to each other. If I'm a player and I'm a New York Yankee, I want to make sure that that clubhouse is completely cleaned out and not only done once or twice, and then I'd also bring in my wipes and I'd do it again a third time. I wouldn't even actually go into the clubhouse. I'd take my bag with me to the hotel, and from the hotel straight to the stands, and I'd play outside without even having to go in. I'd get a couple Philly cheesesteaks and I'd make sure that I'm healthy. That's what I would do personally. This is serious. This is serious for a lot of players, and this is going to hold a lot of repercussions moving forward to see who plays and who does not, who opts out and who doesn't, because at the reality, we're seeing Eduardo Rodriguez with the Boston Red Sox right now having some complications with his heart, and most likely it's due to the COVID. We don't know. We're dealing with the unknown here. We've known this the entire time. Everything that's happened so far within the field, the protocol in the stadium has been good, except the celebrations, where I see a lot of celebrations where players have been too close to each other. I'm wondering where the social distancing is there, but everything outside the field is what I'm concerned with. What are the players doing? Where are they going? Are they staying inside? Are they not? I know right now for a fact there are several teams that are on the road where the organizations have told them, you guys are staying inside your rooms until we have to leave to the stadium. You're not going anywhere. They're trying to make sure that the protocol is now taken to another level.
Molly, I'd like to say something about the season so far. It was so good
Go ahead.
to have baseball back. I'm a big Yankees fan, and just watching over the weekend and the first 3 games, it's so good to have baseball back. And as a fan, I'm upset right now one of the few times at the players union, as opposed to the owners and the commissioner. Usually when there's a conflict, a labor conflict or issues, it's almost inevitably I'm with the players because usually they're in the right. But in this case, like, the short-sightedness to think they're going to finish this season without a bubble, it takes sacrifice if you want to get back to as normal as possible, if you even want to get 60 games in. The odds that you can finish 60 games with that many people in close proximity to each other without a bubble or several bubbles are virtually none, virtually zero. And here we are this early already, and what really stinks about this is maybe inevitably it would fail anyway, but it's not impossible, it seems to me, to make your best effort at least. I think the players union in this case got in the way of a best effort attempt to try to get this season played. I know we're very early. I know it's just the cancellation of a couple games right now, but it looks bad to me.
Well, Max, I understand your argument about the idea that you have to sacrifice, but one thing that's worth noting is the sacrifices that we're talking about from the players are going into the bubble. It's not just them that are sacrificing. It has a lot to do with the people who are around them that then also have to sacrifice. I mean, I imagine there's some baseball players that would love nothing more to be in that bubble and be away from home, right? But the people that are losing in this by being in the bubble aren't just the players. So it's hard for me to say that they were being selfish by refusing it, because I imagine for a lot of them, refusing the bubble is also trying to be closer to loved ones, being closer to children and things like that. Now, of course, the loved one and the children are often those that could create the possibility of an infection. I get that part, but I don't think it's fair to look at the players and just say you have to sacrifice, because asking them to sacrifice is asking for a level of sacrifice from other people that are not the players.
I'm not, Eduardo, I'm going to, back to you. I just want to respond to you, Bomani, quickly. If I said selfish, I don't think I did, but if I did, that's not exactly what I mean. And I don't think I used the word selfish. What I mean is that there needs to be a level of seriousness about what the sacrifice that it's going to take if you want to get paid at all, if you want to play these games at all. And of course that goes to their loved ones, their families, everything. I wouldn't want to leave my family for months on end, right? But if you want to get paid, if you're serious about finishing at least a 60-game season, crowning a champion, then thinking you're going to do that without that kind of sacrifice, to me, is short-sighted. That's really my point.
I bet they could have got that bubble if the owners would have paid a little more money. Like, there's trades. Owners didn't make it.
You might not be lying there.
You know what, guys?
Eduardo,
At the end of the day, it's really easy to put blame, to set blame if it's on the players or if it's on Major League Baseball, whomever it is. The reality is, what are they going to do now? And I think that is that's what's going on. You have 30 teams. They try to divide it and put 10 maybe in a bubble in the West, 10 in the Central, 10 in the East. But where are you going to do it? And where are you going to have the facilities to be able to do this? This isn't a basketball court. This isn't a soccer field. This is baseball where you have to make sure that it's played every day. It's not every other day or every 3 days. You play baseball every day. And I think logistically, I think this is what Major League Baseball was trying to do the best as they can, just like they're trying to find, and they found a home for the Toronto Blue Jays in Buffalo.